Hello there, welcome to Disney Parks Addict. Today we'll be taking a look at all the rides and attractions found at Disneyland in Anaheim, California for 2023. Stick around until the end of the video to see what exciting additions are coming to the park over the next few years. As you enter the park, you'll head straight into the first land, the iconic Main Street, USA. You will need to walk under the first attraction in this guide, the Disneyland Railroad. This is an 18-minute relaxing journey in an authentic steam-powered train that will take you around the whole of Disneyland. You have the choice to stay on the train as long as you want as it loops around the park, or you could use it to travel between the different stations in New Orleans Square, Mickey's Toontown, Tomorrowland, and of course the starting station on Main Street, USA. Along with the amazing views of the park, there are also some unique dioramas and scenes throughout your journey. Throughout the day, you can ride on one of the amazing Main Street vehicles. The 4 vehicles you could get the chance to ride are the horse-drawn streetcar, which is an old-fashioned trolley, the jitney, an early automobile, the fire engine, and the omnibus, a gas-powered open-air 2-story bus. You can either hop on in the town square near City Hall, which will take you to the central plaza in front of the castle, or vice versa. If you're a fan of Disney Parks history, then you will love the Disney Gallery, a small museum dedicated to seasonal exhibits showcasing attractions and icons from all the Disney parks around the world. Right next door is the Disneyland Story, presenting great moments with Mr. Lincoln. This show debuted in the park in 1965, and although it's gone through various changes throughout the years, it still features the impressive audio animatronic of Walt Disney's boyhood hero Abraham Lincoln. After a brief but moving film all about President Lincoln's life, you will then meet the man himself as he delivers highlights of some of his greatest speeches. You will also be able to explore through a treasure trove of Disneyland history, including a scale model of how the park looked on opening day, rare photos, and other exciting memorabilia. Further down Main Street, USA is the Main Street Cinema, where you can enjoy 6 short Disney animations from the 1920s and 1930s. This includes the short film that made Mickey a star, the classic Steamboat Willie. This is a great place to get a short break while enjoying some Disney history. Main Street USA also has a plethora of dining and shopping locations, and of course the beautiful Sleeping Beauty Castle. In the hub area in front of the castle, you'll be able to access 4 of the 7 themed lands within Disneyland. As usual, we'll work our way around the park clockwise, so the first land you will come to is Adventureland. Just as you enter, on your left side is the land's first attraction, Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. This opened in 1963 and still delights guests today with the amazing audio animatronic birds, flowers, and totem poles singing the beloved soundtrack. Even if you're not a fan of the show, it is a great attraction to take a rest and enjoy the cool atmosphere. Right outside the attraction is the Tiki Juice Bar, where you can try the famous Dole Whip, a delicious cool and fruity snack. Further on into Adventureland is another classic attraction, the Jungle Cruise. This was an opening day attraction and is an awesome boat ride that takes you through different jungles from around the world as you encounter animals, natives, and of course the backside of water. It's famous for the funny jokes and puns that the Jungle Cruise skippers use throughout the attraction, which adds another amazing element to your fantastic journey. It has recently had some amendments and updates, which has breathed some new life into this iconic attraction. Next up is Tarzan's Treehouse, which has been closed since 2021, as it is currently under construction for a new retheme. Stick around until the end of the video to find out more details about this great attraction. The final attraction in this land is Indiana Jones' Adventure Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This is a dark ride that takes you on an adventure with Dr. Jones as you wade through the jungle and enter a temple where a deity will offer one of 3 gifts: eternal youth, earthly riches, or the power to see into the future. Due to the design of the ride, the chosen gift could be different each time, which will change a few scenes throughout the ride with the use of projection mapping. This is an amazing attraction with lots of different scenes and hidden Easter eggs from all the Indiana Jones movies. We now move on to New Orleans Square, which is home to 2 classic Disney attractions, The first is Pirates of the Caribbean, a dark boat ride that takes you on a journey through many different scenes featuring treasure, skeletons, pirates as they take over a town, and of course Captain Jack Sparrow makes an appearance. Many changes and additions have been made over the years, but it still holds up today as it did when it first opened in 1967, and is a must-ride attraction in Disneyland. Another plus, you can dine in the Blue Bayou restaurant and watch as the boats from this attraction float by. The other classic attraction in New Orleans Square is the Haunted Mansion. This offers great theming, a fun storyline, and awesome special effects. It has one of the greatest ride pre-shows in the infamous stretching room before you head on to the Omnimover ride system that takes you through many different scenes within the Haunted Mansion. You will come face to face with lots of haunts, including the Bride, hitchhiking ghosts, the medium Madame Leota, and of course the Hatbox Ghost. I'm sure you're dying to try this attraction. During the Halloween and Christmas period, you will have a chance to try Haunted Mansion Holiday, a special overlay themed to the classic Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Now onto the next land, Critter Country. You will first come to the Davy Crockett Explorer Canoes. Take to the rivers of America as you join in the fun and paddle around Tom Sawyer Island while taking in the amazing sights of Disneyland. This only operates on busy days, usually weekends and the summer months, and will close early to prepare for the nighttime shows. The classic log flume ride Splash Mountain will reportedly be closing its doors for the final time in May 2023. Take a look at the end of the video to see the exciting changes that are coming to this attraction. The final attraction in Critter Country is the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Join Pooh Bear and the gang on this dark ride through many different scenes featuring all your favorite characters, including Bouncing with Tigger and a Heffalump dream sequence. This is perfect for younger guests and fans of the honey-loving bear. Next is the newest area of the park and the ever so popular Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is one of the busiest sections of the park, and I would suggest heading here first for a chance to ride the amazing Rise of the Resistance. If you like Star Wars and dark rides, then this is probably the perfect attraction for you. Walt Disney Imagineering went all out when designing this attraction, which features a trackless dark ride, a walkthrough section, a motion simulator, audio animatronics, huge practical sets, and an amazing storyline. All of this results in one of the greatest Disney attractions ever created. The other ride in Galaxy's Edge is the exciting Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. This is a motion simulator attraction, giving 6 riders a chance to be a pilot, gunner, or engineer as you go on an interactive smuggling mission. It's great fun and gives a great re-rideability, trying out the different roles as well as attempting to beat your previous scores. With lots of shopping and dining locations within Galaxy's Edge, there is plenty of things for you to explore, like building your very own lightsaber or droid, meeting characters roaming the land, and even playing the fun datapad game through the Play Disney Parks app that interacts with different elements throughout the land. You can access Galaxy's Edge through Critter Country, Fantasyland, and Frontierland, which is the next area in this guide. First, you will come to Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. This mine train roller coaster really doesn't disappoint. The theming is fantastic and takes you on an exciting journey through the abandoned mines of Rainbow Ridge. On this runaway mine train, you'll experience all the dips and turns, encounter dinosaur bones, hear the cranking of the lift hill and bell whistles, and have a very enjoyable ride. And don't forget to look out for the goat. You can set sail around the rivers of America on board the Mark Twain riverboat. You'll be able to take in the sights of Frontierland, Tom Sawyer Island, Critter Country, and New Orleans Square on this nice little 12-minute relaxing ride. It's perfect for taking a break in between some of the more intense attractions in the park. You'll also be able to visit Pirate's Lair on Tom Sawyer's Island by taking a raft boat across the rivers of America. Although this is a Frontierland attraction, the rafts are located in New Orleans Square. The island contains references to characters from the 1876 Mark Twain novel The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, and provides interactive climbing and scenic opportunities in its caves, forts, and other exciting landmarks. In 2007, extra Pirates of the Caribbean elements were included to the island. This attraction has the distinction of being the only one designed by Walt Disney himself. Finally, you can have a go at the Frontierland Shooting Exposition, which for a $1 charge, you can have the chance to shoot over 100 interactive targets. It's great fun to play along with your friends and family to see who is the best sharpshooter. If you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to hit the like button, as it will help us to share this guide to more viewers. From Frontierland, you can go straight into Fantasyland. First up is Pinocchio's Daring Journey. This is a dark ride that will take you through scenes that feature the Stromboli Circus, Pleasure Island, Monstro the Whale, and other characters from the 1940 classic animated film. Right next door is another dark ride, Snow White's Enchanted Wish, which is one of the few remaining 1955 opening day attractions. Of course, it has had many updates over the years. You'll still see Snow White dancing with the dwarfs, the evil queen creating her master plan, and of course, the prince and Snow White living happily ever after. Next to Snow White, you can't help but notice you'll be right in front of Sleeping Beauty's castle, where you can enter into a walkthrough attraction and explore winding passageways where the epic tale of Princess Aurora is told through 3D dioramas and stunning special effects. In the center of Fantasyland is the King Arthur Carousel. This is actually an authentic carousel that was built in 1922 and was located in Toronto, Canada, before being purchased, relocated, refurbished and modified just in time for Disneyland's opening in 1955. All the horses are unique, and I think it's best to ride at night to enjoy the amazing scenery around Fantasyland while listening to an organ-based soundtrack of Disney classics. Next is the Casey Jr. Circus Train, a rideable miniature railroad based on the train of the same name from the 1941 film Dumbo. It gives passengers a tour of many miniature versions of scenes from Disney animated films that are also featured in the storybook Land Canal boats. Sticking with a similar theme, Dumbo the Flying Elephant is an aerial carousel style ride that is also perfect for younger guests. This is the only attraction that can be found at all 6 Disney castle parks worldwide, so you know it's a fan favorite. Next is another popular dark ride, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Loosely based on Disney's adaptation of the novel The Wind in the Willows, guests will assume the role of Mr. Toad as you recklessly careen through the English countryside and the streets of London in a period motorcar, before ultimately meeting demise in a railway tunnel and ending up in a tongue-in-cheek depiction of hell. Don't worry, you will find a way to escape and end up back into Fantasyland. Next door is the classic dark ride Peter Pan's Flight, which is one of the most popular attractions in the park. You board the flying pirate ship as you travel through scenes in London and Neverland. You'll see the Lost Boys Camp, Mermaid Lagoon, Skull Rock, and encounter some of Neverland's most famous residents, including Princess Tiger Lily, Mr. Smee, Tick-Tock the Crocodile, and Peter Pan's arch-rival Captain Hook. Next is the spinning teacup ride Mad Tea Party. Based on the unbirthday party scene in Walt Disney's Alice in Wonderland, you can enjoy this opening day Disneyland attraction as you go around and around and around. This scene is also depicted in the next dark ride attraction, Alice in Wonderland, as well as other popular scenes from the movie, including falling down the rabbit hole, meeting the Cheshire Cat, and playing crochet with the Queen of Hearts. Although this wasn't an opening day attraction, it was added to Fantasyland just 3 years later in 1958. The storybook Land Canal boats will take you on a leisurely paced outdoor boat ride through a winding canal featuring settings from Disney animated films recreated in miniature. This is a perfect way to relax and take in the different stories that Disney has shown us over its 100-year history. Next, you'll be transported to a Swiss mountain range on the Matterhorn bobsleds, a twin-track steel roller coaster that takes you down a winding path through caverns and tunnels in bobsleds as you get a great view of Disneyland. Don't forget to look out for the supposed monster that is lurking around the area. The final attraction in Fantasyland is It's a Small World. This is a water-based dark ride and a classic Disney attraction featured in 5 of the 6 Disney resorts around the world. It includes over 300 audio animatronic dolls in traditional costumes from cultures around the world, and the classic theme song that will get stuck in your head for days. Behind Fantasyland is Mickey's Toontown, which has recently reopened with a few exciting changes. Most notably is the brand new attraction, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. This is a dark ride that features Mickey, Minnie and Goofy in the modern animation style, which has quickly become a fan favorite and is a great addition to the park. It includes a totally unique queue line and an extra scene compared to the Hollywood Studios version over in Walt Disney World. Other new additions to the land include Goofy's How to Play Yard, an interactive musical garden that will have the younger guests jumping for joy. You can also step inside Goofy's kooky house, where he is in the process of creating some candy. With lots of interactive features and a great view of Toontown, the younger guests won't want to skip this one. Next door is Donald's Duck Pond, a fun wet play area filled with spinning water lilies, slides, balance beams and rocking toys. Keep your eyes out for other familiar ducklings aboard the flooded Donald's boat called Miss Daisy. This is a perfect way to cool down during the warmer summer months. Gadget's Go Coaster has been renamed to Chip 'n Dale's Gadget Coaster, which is a junior roller coaster themed to Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers. This is the shortest Disneyland attraction at a whopping 44 seconds, but is still entertaining for the younger guests nonetheless. And with the newly added Chip 'n Dale and Gadget figures, it has a more complete theme to the rest of the land. You can still find Mickey and Minnie's houses, where you can take a tour of their wonderful homes and gardens, and even get the chance to meet them for a quick photo or signature. Also, the popular Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin, a dark ride themed to the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. As the name suggests, this attraction spins as it follows a track through a variety of scenes. It has recently just had an update with a new story detail which sees Jessica Rabbit as a detective as she tries to stop the weasels dumping dip around the city. Outside the attraction, the old Roger Rabbit fountain has been removed, making way for a more open green space, allowing younger kids to let loose and the parents to take a rest. Finally, a new fountain themed around Mickey and Minnie has been constructed in the middle of the land, with lots of water features for the younger guests to play with. This is part of the new Centennial Park area of Toontown that also includes the Dreaming Tree and its exposed routes to either take a seat or climb and explore. Overall, the new updates to Toontown have been a great addition to the land and can be enjoyed for the many years to come. As you make your way back down through Fantasyland, you will come to the final area in the park, Tomorrowland. You will first come to the recently updated Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage. This, of course, replaced the longtime classic attraction Submarine Voyage, which opened in the park in 1959. You can now enjoy a ride on one of these real submarines that will take you through the lagoon. Peek through the portholes to find all your favorite characters, including Dory, Marlin, Crush, and of course Nemo. Next door is another ride that opened in 1959, the Disneyland Monorail, originally opening as a simple attraction showcasing the transport of tomorrow. It has now gone on to add a station at Downtown Disney, making it a great way to transfer between the two areas of the resort. With the line taking you through Disney's California Adventure, Downtown Disney, and different areas within Disneyland, this is more than just a transportation device. Next is Autopia, where you can drive your very own miniature gas-powered car around an enclosed track. You'll be able to see parts of Fantasyland and Tomorrowland along this amazing course. This is perfect for younger guests that want to experience driving a real car for the first time. On the other side of Tomorrowland is Space Mountain. This is of course the classic indoor roller coaster that has a great atmospheric queue line which will get you in the mood to travel to space. Most of the ride is in almost pitch darkness, so you can never tell which way the ride car will be going, so it's a very exciting experience. Next is Star Tours. This was the first Star Wars attraction to ever be created. It's a simple 3D motion simulator ride that has gone on to be added to many other Disney parks around the world due to its popularity. It was updated in 2013 to Star Tours The Adventure Continues, which added a variety of scenes from all three trilogies. With these new scenes, there is a total of 384 different combinations, giving each ride a completely unique experience and gives the chance of a lot of re-rideability. Next is the rocket spinner attraction, Astro Orbiter. This takes center stage. It is also a great way to get some amazing views of Tomorrowland. The final attraction in Tomorrowland is Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters, the shooting dark ride that lets you compete with your family and friends to get the highest score as you help Buzz Lightyear take on the evil Emperor Zurg. It's now time to take a look at the different parades and nighttime shows that Disneyland has to offer. First up is the daytime parade Magic Happens. This parade did debut in 2020, but only managed 2 weeks of shows before being temporarily closed. It returned in February 2023 and has quickly become a fan favorite, with magical floats showcasing characters and set pieces from the likes of Moana, Coco, Frozen 2 and many more popular Disney animated classics. Usually running twice a day, make sure you don't miss this amazing parade. To celebrate 100 years of the Walt Disney Animation Studios, the new nighttime spectacular is Wondrous Journeys. The show features a montage of every film released from the studio, starting from Steamboat Willie all the way up to the new Strange World, and everything in between. With state-of-the-art projections, a killer soundtrack, and on select nights some amazing fireworks, this is another show that can't be missed. We end with the classic nighttime spectacular Fantasmic, featuring a fantastical array of live performers, beloved Disney characters, enhanced special effects, state-of-the-art projections, and superb pyrotechnics. This show will wow the entire family and is the perfect way to end your amazing day at Disneyland. With 2 performances either side of Wondrous Journeys, you won't want to miss this one. Before we take a look at what is coming to the park in the not so distant future, if you haven't already booked your next Disney trip, then why not check out Undercover Tourist for some great deals on Disneyland hotels and tickets. Check out my affiliate link in the description box below to see how much you could save on your next Disney vacation. As I mentioned earlier, Disneyland are currently retheming Tarzan's Treehouse back to its original theme of Swiss Family Robinson, but under the new name of Adventureland Treehouse. Along with a totally new design will be elements connected to the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, which connects many of the rides and attractions found at all 6 Disney resorts. With an announced opening of 2023, it shouldn't be too long before guests are exploring this wonderful attraction once again. Earlier this year, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that Avatar will be coming to the Disneyland Resort. Without any further details, it is unknown whether that will be in Disneyland or Disney's California Adventure, and if it will be a whole land or just a small experience similar to what was found in Shanghai Disneyland or Singapore. And finally, as I'm sure most of you are aware, Splash Mountain will be getting a Princess and the Frog retheme to Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And although announced in 2020, the project still hasn't begun construction, but that will change in 2023. Expect the closure of Splash Mountain in May or June of 2023, and hopefully it will be completed by the end of 2024. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing as I continue to make guide videos for theme parks around the world. Check out this attraction guide for the park next door, Disney's California Adventure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Disney Parks Addict.